Let's rip the bandage off. Everybody wants to be loved, but not everybody knows how to give it. And lately, there's a wave of women asking one question. Do men love harder than we do? It's a real question, not a Twitter argument, not a podcast soundbite, not a who's more emotional contest, just a straight up real life issue. And the answer is not what you think. We've been programmed to believe men are emotionally lazy, that they don't feel as deeply, that they're wired for pleasure, not attachment. But that's not the whole truth. Men actually do love, but many of them don't know how to survive the love they give. They weren't taught emotional endurance. They were taught to chase a high, get a result, and move on. So when a man falls in love for real, it shocks him. He starts changing without knowing why. Losing his appetite, watching her sleep, getting jealous over dumb things. And when it goes wrong, he spirals. Not always outwardly, sometimes quietly. Men don't cry at the beginning, but they do crash at the end. Most women cry through the heartbreak. We call our friends, which in some cases isn't a very wise thing to do. We vent, eat ice cream, pray, journal, block his number, follow him on Facebook, unfollow him on Facebook, unblock his number, and then repeat everything all over again. But men, they'll be in the gym 2 hours a day, sometimes more, working late, sleeping with someone else, and pretending they're fine. But the heartbreak seeps in slow. That's why some of the most stoic men suddenly go ghost or get stuck in the past or start watching her social media years later like she's a museum exhibit. They don't break loud, they break deep. Let's look at scripture. Take Samson, for example. A man anointed from birth, powerful, feared, set apart. But when he loved Delilah, it wrecked him. I mean, she was shady too, to a degree. Let's not leave that one out. It wasn't because she was powerful, but because he gave her access. Love was his weakness, not lust. He told her his secret. He exposed his spiritual strength. And when she betrayed him, he didn't get stronger. He got blind, literally and spiritually. That's how hard some men love. Enough to let their guard down. Enough to lose their mission. Enough to hand over their peace to someone who didn't protect it. And probably, in some cases, didn't deserve it. Here's the truth. Women love longer. But men, when they really love harder. Why? Because it's rarer. Not because we're better at it, but because they're taught to avoid it. So when it happens, it hits. It throws their routine off. It shakes their self-image. And if the woman they love walks away, they carry it for years. Sometimes forever. That's why some men will marry the next woman but never forget the last one. Because for him, that love wasn't just emotional, it was existential. So do men love more than women? That's the wrong question. The best one is, what happens when a man finally does? Answer, he either becomes better or he becomes broken. But either way, you'll never forget how it made you feel. If this hits, share it with someone who needs the reminder. This is the Faceless Helpmeet, and I say what others are too afraid to admit. Hit subscribe, because the truth doesn't need a pretty face, just a bold voice.